4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
Herbert to throw right away. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, that's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Herbert. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Second and 5 now. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's got a first down. It's a tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. But how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. He'll find Williams on the slant. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Back to throw here, Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. Touchdown! Mike Williams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the Chargers grab a 7-0 lead. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And in some ways, he's awfully fortunate to get another shot right here in these playoffs because he wasn't particularly sharp in the wild card victory. The ball ended up in the hands of the opponents a few too many times when he threw it. It goes without saying in this one, cannot give the ball away. If he does, the road's going to end right here for him and his team.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He completes it to Julio Jones. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Back to throw here. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he is going to have a Bills first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. What you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call, but in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Here's the punter Martin out to kick it away, and it's fielded at the 34. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drop.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Complete to Jones. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. The Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. So out come the Chargers. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert, quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Khalil Mack
what does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
When you lose that kind of yardage on the pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Von Miller coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Charles, a very They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This is caught by Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Once more, here's Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chargers have taken the lead. That's why you got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Complete over the middle of Hardy.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. He goes once again right back to Hardy.
Now the Bills will hustle to the line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He had 5 catches in the wild card win, and that's his 5th here, and it's good for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw again. And Diggs has it.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw again. It's hauled in by Hardy.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This the first of 4 Divisional Round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other Divisional Round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs doing battle with the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I got this. Sorry I had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 24.
He'll hand off here to Eckler.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. It's Eckler again. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Herbert on 1st down now. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
To the air again, Herbert. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is going to look retired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, throw right side, complete to Williams.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Herbert. It's caught on the right side. Williams. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Complete to Jones. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. That pass is caught by Hardy. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He goes once again right back to Hardy. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bills 1st down. So quite a call there. They go on 4th and inches and wind up getting 5 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going down the road, you may have to even leave early in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal. But now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Herbert. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. Herbert now. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And he comes back with one complete. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this one is right through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So the Bills now down 20-14, 2:16 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Able to find Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back to throw.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Back to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He's back to throw. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee, and we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?